And now it's a myriad of things that's going wrong right now. What's the top maybe one or two things that really brought you down here where you was like, I gotta say something, I gotta stand for something? Like, what two things were most important to you?
I can't stop with two. I'm going to say three right now. Immigration and the separation of families, children from their parents. It's unacceptable.
Right.
I'm here for women's rights. I am also here for gun rights.
Yeah, so I'm down here about to talk to some people for my fourth protest. I've been saying for a couple years now that misinformation should be a bigger conversation. It's too much shit on the internet to where you don't even know what to believe. So I try to get down here and talk to the people and see what they actually got to say. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure out what's real and what's not. You know what I'm saying? But I think I got here a little late. I thought they said 12, but somebody else said it was 10. But still, shout out to GA 5051 for organizing this. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to some people and see how they feeling about everything. So what's up? I'm still down here at the No Kings protest downtown Atlanta. You feel me? Still trying to talk to the people like I did last time to see what everybody feels, what they're thinking. I have somebody here. What's your name? Where you from?
My name is Asha, and I'm originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, but I live in ATL now.
Really? Yeah. That's where I called them felony charges. I'm from Indianapolis. Yeah, I came down here to, you know what I'm saying, switch it up on them. That's crazy. Wow, that's what's up, yeah. Naptown love. So yeah,
go Pacers.
Man, we killing them. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, OKC. But yeah, I was just gonna ask you, like, what brought you down here? You feel me? What brought you down here to be a part, have your flag, and be a part of this whole protest movement?
Yeah, I come from a long history and tradition of protesting and fighting for the rights of this country, starting with my people. Black people have always done that and stood up for democracy. And so I'm just following in the tradition of my ancestors and also fighting for my future. I'm pregnant, so I'm fighting here for my future child.
Congratulations. So it's a lot of things that I feel like are kind of wrong these days. What's one of the main things, or maybe two of the main things that you just not feeling that this administration is doing?
What I'm not feeling is the way that they are trying to silence and confuse the American population.
Right.
They're gaslighting all of us, making us think there's nothing wrong and that we are each other's enemy. And I think that's intentional manipulation.
And even though we're all Americans, most of us all are middle class. I don't know why we even beefing with each other. Mm-hmm. So what do you hope to come from these protests? You know what I'm saying? What is your ideal result? What do you want to see happen over the next few months?
I want to see people get angry again. I don't want to see complacency anymore. I want to see people realize that the folks down here may look different than them, talk different from them, but they are actually invested in the same future for America. I want to see people who are out here upset at what's going on.
Right.
Send that home complaining and not doing anything about it. I want us to see that there are so many people in this country that care.
I said that thing. I dropped a video the other day and I said our ancestors fought. I think we kind of was like complacent because we haven't fought for nothing in a while. But I was like, you still got that fight in you. You know what I'm saying? So your ancestors did it. Because my guy was like, man, we might get hit with rubber bullets. I was like, our ancestors got hosed and dogs put on them. Like, what you scared of?
That's
like,
right.
Sometimes you got to fight for what you want.
And we also forget that it's in us already. Like, this is who this country is. This is who Black people have, genetically speaking. We are ready for this fight. And there's nothing that God would give us that we couldn't handle, especially together.
Well, I appreciate you coming down here, using your voice. You know what I'm saying? It takes a little bit of courage to speak out and just show people there's people out here that still got courage to fight for something they really want. I appreciate you.
That's right. Well, thank you.
So what's up? I'm still down here at the No Kings protest downtown Atlanta. Still talking to the people, seeing what they got going on. I got somebody here. What's your name? Where you from?
I'm Jessica. I'm from Marietta, Georgia.
Okay, it's a lot of people down here. It's a bigger crowd than even the last one. What actually brought you and your people, your family, down to this protest?
The injustice that is currently going on, especially with how they're treating immigrants and the lies that they're spreading, that immigrants are criminals. They're not criminals. They're here to work. They're hardworking people. They pay $96 billion in taxes, and ICE is getting funded to deport them, and it's wrong.
It's definitely wrong, especially a lot of immigrants are down here working hard. They got good jobs. They're real family oriented, a lot of beautiful people, and they're just getting taken up. Has anybody close to you been affected?
Yes, personally, but thank goodness that we're in a place where that's all resolved right now. But thinking about those families that currently have to worry about seeing their family member getting deported or suffering an injustice that's currently going on, it's hard to not voice our opinion against it.
Yes, it's important. I'm so glad y'all came down here. You know what I'm saying? It's like a big show of solidarity. All of y'all got y'all signs. And so what do you hope to see come from these protests? What changes would you like to see in this administration?
First, I would hope to see awareness, because a lot of people are just denying what's currently going on and not facing the facts. And furthermore, I would hope that people are getting treated simply as people. At the end of the day, we're all human. We all bleed the same. And I think people need to realize that.
Yep, and we all Americans. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you coming out here using your voice. So what's up? I'm still down here at the No Kings protest downtown Atlanta. Still talking to the people, see how they feeling about everything going on. I got somebody right here. What's your name? Where you from?
My name's Stephanie Rios Medina, and I'm from Canton, Georgia.
Okay, it's a lot of people down here protesting. So I've been asking everybody, what exactly brought you down here to this protest?
Basically, just the state that our country is in right now. We see that Trump is basically a 34 times felon, and he's still being voted into the office. It's just not right. You see them demonizing people who are coming here for jobs, and we have a felon in office. So we just kind of wanted to use our voices for the people who can't be here today.
Nice. And I see you got, let me read your sign to the people real quick. Selling the American dream and demonizing the people who buy it. Wow. And so what is your exact sentiments with this sign? And I see the baby. What is your exact sentiments on the sign?
So basically the idea was kind of to portray the immigrant experience in the United States, especially for people who, their families, there's people in Texas that have been here since before the U.S. acquired Texas. And people say that before the Texas War, the border crossed them, they didn't cross the border. And you still see them being demonized and taken away from their families and basically made out to be criminals in a country where all they do is contribute to the economy. So we wanted to just stand up for everybody. My parents came to this country legally, and it still took them 20 years to get their citizenship. So we need to make citizenship more accessible and make it an easier pathway so that everybody has a chance to make a life in this country and not be demonized for wanting a better future for themselves and their families.
See, that's why I like talking to the people, because when I'm on the internet, sometimes I see stuff and I don't know what to believe. So I come to the protest to talk to the people. And what you just said about the border changed and stuff, I just found out about that last week. You know what I'm saying? That's really facts. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? The Mexican border and all of that, you need to check it out if you haven't. And it's coming from a real person. And I love that your community is down here and they're so hardworking. I work with a lot of Mexicans and Latinos that y'all work hard, and I love y'all. And so what do you want to see coming? Any kind of change you hope to see coming from these protests?
Yeah, actually, we were lobbying a couple months ago in the Capitol for an easier pathway to citizenship, because we need to make citizenship more accessible in this country. The only way people can get it is if their countries are in disarray. It should not take 20 years, and it should not be so difficult for people to be able to afford to even become citizens in this country. So I'm hoping to see a change and an easier pathway towards immigration for everybody.
And I don't think a lot of people know that. I didn't know it could take up to 20 years to really get it. Like, that's crazy.
There's people who have been here for more than 20 years and they still are waiting, because everybody's like, get to the back of the line of the immigration. There is no line. It's whoever has the resources and the money. You see Trump is saying, oh, we can give everybody a gold card to so they can buy a pathway to citizenship.
Skip the line.
It's fair to skip everybody. It's all about money.
And that's the thing, then it's kind of like you're punishing the poor because they don't have that kind of money to just come over.
Yeah.
Wow. So is this your first protest?
No, this is my second protest. I go to the University of Georgia, so I went to another one back during the election.
Okay, well, I appreciate you coming down here using your voice. I support you. There's a lot of people out there support you. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for, like I said, using your voice. Appreciate it.
Thank you for spreading the word.
Definitely. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Vic, and I'm from Kennesaw, Georgia.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So what exactly brought you down to this protest today?
I think there's millions of people suffering out here, and people who are the same as us, immigrants, and billionaires want them out of this country, and there's no reason why.
And so if you feel like, because some people say it's not my fight, why did you make this your fight?
Because these people are our neighbors, our friends, they work in crucial businesses, they do the jobs that other people don't want to do. And I've been friends with these people all throughout school. There are teachers, custodians, everything. So we need to be here to support them. I would want somebody to support me if that were me going through that. So same thing.
That's human. That's humanity. You feel me? You're supposed to just love people, even if you're not related to them. They're a different community, you know what I'm saying? Still supposed to show them love. And so out of all the issues that's kind of going wrong these days, immigration is the one that got you fed up the most?
I think it's a collection of everything. I think immigration is a big deal right now because it's become, a hot topic in politics. But I think everything. I mean, Donald Trump has changed the political spectrum, and there's a lot of things to be concerned about.
Okay, and what would you like to see? Like, what would you hope these protests bring about when it comes to change? What do you want to see in America?
I would just like to see everybody have equal opportunity here, because that's what this country is for. And what my sign says here, this is not what we fought for. This is not what this country is for.
Hold on, let me read your sign to the people. This is the government the founders warned us about. What did you mean by that?
This country, we ran from the monarchy. We left Britain. We did not want that. We did not want any sort of.
Oh yeah, okay.
And we came here. Pilgrims were undocumented. We were all immigrants here, besides the Native Americans. So I don't. There you go.
That's a good point, and nobody said that today. That's a very, very good, valid point that nobody said in none of these protests I've done. I thank you for that, and I thank you for using your time and your voice and your courage and standing up for other people. And they appreciate you, and I appreciate you. So there you go. Nice. Did I give you my card already? So yeah, I'm still down here at the No Kings protest downtown Atlanta, trying to see what the people think. I got somebody here. What's your name and where you from?
My name's Heather, and I am from north suburbs of Atlanta.
Okay, another Atlantean, Georgia. So yeah, it's a lot going on, a lot of issues facing the country at this moment. What brought you down here to this protest?
Well, I am protesting the current state of our nation and the fact that there is a huge military birthday parade planned in D.C., that we've got unmarked people disappearing people off of the street.
Kidnappings?
Yes. Just this, I mean, it's a list that goes on and on and on.
Okay, and that's the main thing out of all the things, because I know it's a lot of different things you can be upset, but I feel like in this moment the immigration thing has people really upset.
That is definitely one thing that has me very upset, yes, because we're essentially all immigrants here in one way or another, by choice or not, and we're living on stolen lands, and we're calling people criminals and kicking them out for no reason.
It's crazy. I can't believe it's really happening. I was talking to somebody on Instagram the other day, and they was telling me that somebody it's not our fight. You know what I'm saying? As a black community, I was like, but it is my fight. And I had said, here's why. And I quoted them, this thing you have on your sign. So let me read this to them. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, by Martin Luther King Jr. I just told somebody that yesterday. So how does that quote resonate with you?
I feel like I'm seeing a lot of, in my opinion, executive overreach from the office of the president, and doing things that should be left to the legislative branch.
Exactly.
The judicial branch.
Exactly.
And it is an injustice, and the things that are happening to people is an injustice. And if that is happening, if we've gotten rid of due process, then that's a problem for all of us.
Yeah, it'll turn to a problem for any of us. That means they could just do it to any of us. Exactly. Like right now, they could just come grab all of us. You know what I'm saying? Off this corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you want to see in America? What do you hope these protests bring about?
I would like to see some more people in the legislative branch stand up and do something, use their power to address some of these issues, for the judicial branch to keep acting to do what it needs to do, instead of acting like they need to curry favor with the president.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have been saying that. And what would you say, last thing, what would you say to the people that's kind of just sitting back and thinking like it'll take care of itself, we'll let them march, we don't got to go march, they're already out there doing? What would you say to those people that's just kind of complacent?
Well, I mean, there's lots of ways that you can get involved. You don't have to march, but contact your elected officials, write letters, talk to people, use your voice. Because I mean, it's hot out here, and not everybody can be out here. But
man, I'm sweating. Y'all probably can't see it, but we're both sweating.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, just absolutely, we need to speak up. Yeah, and that's what we need to do.
And it takes a lot. It takes a little bit of courage, but I mean, like she said, it's all our fight. You know what I'm saying? We all Americans. We trying to just do what we can. You know what I'm saying? We must respect the dignity and worth of every human being. John Lee was like, we all human. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to empathy, humanity. You feel me? And let's, you know what I'm saying, get it back together, because this is crazy. Okay, I'm still down here at the No Kings protest, talking to the people, trying to figure out how everybody's feeling about all the stuff going on in the country. I got somebody here. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Chris. I'm from Alpharetta, Georgia.
Okay, nice. There's a lot of stuff going on in this country right now. What made you and both of y'all decide to come to this protest today?
We want to let the people know that we do not support this president right now. He is not our king. He is not anybody. We did not vote for him. I know other people did vote for him, and democracy did had its voice. Yeah. But we want to let people know we do not appreciate what this president is doing. He is illegal and immoral.
And I see you have signs. Your sign says peaceful protest is not against the law. and yours says good trouble. So speak about her sign. Peaceful protest is not against the law. What's the sentiment behind that?
Go ahead, Denise. What is behind it is that it is a constitutional right to gather and protest against the government.
It's not illegal.
It is not illegal. This good trouble is from one of my heroes, John Lewis. He is speak up, speak out, get in the way, make good trouble, and he's been a hero of mine for a long time.
And that's what people are down here with their signs. They're trying to start some good trouble. I applaud everybody for coming down here and use their voice. So what changes would you like to see in the country as a result of these continued protests? What do you want to see in America?
I would like for Congress, first of all, to get a spine and take some action against this president he is a felon. He is a convicted felon. I think we should impeach him for some of the things that he's been doing. There are just so many things. One of the signs says there are too many things that I'm upset about to fit on this sign. So I want Congress to do their job and speak up against this president.
Me too. I'm the same way, and I also been encouraging people to vote in the midterms coming up, November 3rd, 2026 next year. How you feel about that?
Get out and vote. John Ossoff is going to be up for election.
I like John Ossoff.
I like John Ossoff. We got to get the Reverend, get him back in office again when his election comes back up. So yeah, get out and vote.
Get out and vote. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank you for coming out, using your voice. I thank you for making the sign. This takes time and energy. It's hot as hell out here, but y'all still came out here because it's important, and I think everybody appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you being out here.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
I'm gonna give you my did I give you my business card already?
No, sir.
That way you can check it out. It's gonna be on YouTube along with my other protests. I'm gonna try to have it up by Monday. And that's the name of my company, Innovative Media ATL. And I cover a lot of events in Atlanta every year. So when I saw these protests erupting, I was like, I got to get down there and talk to the people.
What's your name?
Maestro.
Maestro.
Yeah.
My name's Chris. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Oh, yeah? That's what's up. What you play?
I play bass guitar.
Man, that's what's up, man. That kind of make me sad because my father just passed.
Oh,
and he was a nice bass player.
Who'd he play?
He had a church. So he started off just a bass player at the church, and then he ended up starting his own church.
Yes.
My brother plays the drum. I play the keyboard, and I rap too.
That's how I started. It was in the church too, and I still play to this day in the church.
Man, ain't nothing like a good bass riff, man. I love the bass guitar. I can't play it. I actually bought one to try to play. I couldn't really get it.
You can get it.
I might try again. So I'm still down here at the No Kings protest, downtown Atlanta. Just talking to the people. Like I said, I got somebody here. What's your name and where you from?
Eloise from Gwinnett County. Nice
to meet you. Nice to meet you. So there's a lot going on down here. What exactly brought you to this protest today?
I'm here today for the people who can't be, the people who are being affected by the Trump administration's policies, who may want to be out here but are living in fear because they're afraid of, getting detained for using their First Amendment. They're afraid of being, taken in their homes by unmarked vehicles and plainclothes ICE officers. And so I'm here for them. I'm using my privilege for them.
Hey, I appreciate that, and I think so many other people appreciate it. Also, I want to talk to you about your sign real quick. It says, "The only crown we recognize belongs to her." What was the sentiment? This is a great sign, by the way. Arts and craft, you know what I'm saying? It's fantastic. What's the sentiment behind this sign?
The Statue of Liberty is one of our national symbols, but I think people forget all the time about the poem that's inscribed on the bottom. Bring me your tired, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. And we're forgetting about that. Those people are the most vulnerable and they're being targeted. And we forget that the Statue of Liberty means liberty for all.
Liberty for all. You also have a sign that says, "If we want to get rid of criminals, why did we elect one?" What do you feel about the sentiments for her sign? Do you want to talk or?
About my side? Yeah. I think there's just a lot of criticism that's going on in this current, or not criticism, a lot of hypocrisy that's going on in this current administration. And I think we really need to figure out who we're fighting against and what we're fighting for. Because it's very obvious right now that immigrants are being used as the scapegoat for everything. It's like a lot of people compare it to how the Jewish people were used as scapegoats during Nazi Germany. So it's like I have the same sentiment of fighting for justice. There's not justice, won't be justice for everyone. Or there's not justice until there's justice for everyone.
Yeah, the Martin Luther King Jr. quote, "Injustice to one is like an injustice to all," something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's also like if you ever decide to have kids or grandchildren and they asked you what you did during this time in history, what answer do you have for that? Are you prepared to tell your children that you let injustice happen, that you let people get taken away from the streets and you did nothing?
Exactly. What would you say, the last question, what would you say to folks who feel like this is not my fight? I don't have to go down there. I let the other protesters do it. I let the lawmakers handle it. What would y'all say to those folks?
Well, I would say that I feel like our lawmakers aren't handling it. I think one of the reasons we're out here is to send a message to the people we elected, the Democratic lawmakers, who, will disavow what Trump is doing, but what are they actually doing? I mean, with the exception of some progressives like AOC and Bernie, who aren't really taken seriously by the Democratic establishment, what are they trying to do? The MAGA party, the party of MAGA, it keeps going further right, and it feels like in Congress, our Democratic, left-leaning representatives are staying where they are. So what does that do to the political spectrum of our country? It's just going to keep on going right.
Exactly. And in closing, what would you be the last thing in closing? Tell the people that if they haven't come to the protest, what would you say to them to encourage them to come to the next protest?
I mean, if you think it's because it won't affect you, I mean, first they went for people who are illegal, then they went for people who had legal status and took them away, and then they're going for U.S. citizens. So for you to not think that it's not going to happen to you, it's just a crazy statement. They start with one, and then they go for all. Like, this is just, what is it? A class on a war class. A class on
Class war? Yeah, somebody else said that earlier.
Yeah. So, I mean, even if you can't protest, there's other ways to support as well. Like, if you don't have the time, you can have the money to go send money to the people who are organizing the protests. You can call your representatives. You can write letters to your representatives as well. So there's many different ways to support besides coming out on the streets.
And you can do economic protests also, you know what I'm saying, withhold your money from different companies, boycott through that way. So I just want to tell you I appreciate y'all for coming down there, having the courage to make signs and use your voice. It's much appreciated. Thanks for talking to me.
My name's Elena. I'm from Woodstock, Georgia.
Nice. So it's a lot going on in the country. What exactly brought you to this protest today?
I mean, rights in general, everything, honestly. ICE, the raids that's been happening in California. I mean, you got to fight for your own rights. Women's rights are going down the drain. Everybody's getting deported. You can't be an immigrant on stolen land. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
you really can't take anybody out.
I don't know how old you are, but you seem really young. What made you, being a young person, still be this passionate? Because most people I've been interviewing today have been kind of older.
I mean, you have to be young and passionate. I mean, especially in this time, I think young people have the most emotion and the strongest opinions in this time. And if you're not going to say it, there's no point, Yeah. You got to be able to get out there while you can, while you're still nimble.
Right.
Go for it. Walk around.
You mind telling the audience how old you are?
I'm 18.
Nice. Okay, you got a sign. Let me read your sign to the people. MAGA can suck a D. Okay, what made you say that?
I mean, it's true. I know they want to. I mean, it's really just a throw to them.
It is what it is.
Yeah. It says what it needs to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you also got the custom shirt, No Kings. You feel me? So, yeah, a lot of people are feeling it. She has one, too. And so you have a sign also. I'm going to read them your sign. It says, imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. So what's the sentiment behind this sign?
It's a John Lennon song, Imagine, about peace and
really?
Of the world, and how if everyone just worked together and lived as one, everyone, it would be peaceful. There would be no violence. If everyone just no hunger, no greed, no possessions, nothing. So.
And it's John Lennon, and the name of the song. John Lennon. The name of the song is Imagine. I never even heard that song. You feel?
You should listen to it. It's fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. So after y'all did the protest, what would you like to see? What kind of change would you like to see in this country based on these protests?
I mean, I want Trump out of office. That's what I want. But our rights back. Abortion is a really big problem right now. I mean, that's healthcare, basic healthcare. Right. That's a right. Our freedom of speech is honestly getting taken away. Yeah. We're going to these protests to implement our right. But, I mean, cops are violent. They're getting violent with the pedestrians for no reason. These are peaceful protests, We're not going up to them.
And the safety net that's usually provided, with the government and everything like that, you don't have anymore. Because, you can't even trust, people who you're told you can trust.
Exactly. So. It's really scary times. It really is. Besides this immigration and stuff like that, any other issues that you want to speak on, what would you say to other young people? Because like I said, I haven't seen as many young people this time as I thought I would. What would you say to the other young people who's kind of complacent and being well, I'll let the other people go protest, I'll let the lawmakers handle it?
I mean,
you got to do what you believe in, you know? If you're not fighting for your rights, what are you doing? You're sitting there idling by while you're letting this happen and it's affecting you, you know? Get out there, do stuff. Don't be afraid to actually make a difference.
And you? What would you say,
Just
same
like
thing?
speak up and like just like go do it instead of just talking about it. Go out there and like do the action.
Actions speak way louder than words.
And like I've been telling the other people, like if you can't just come protest, you can do other things. You can send money to the people to organize the protest. You can also do like an economic protest and withhold your money. So there's different ways. And I just want to say I appreciate y'all for making those signs. I appreciate y'all coming out and basically speaking up for people that can't speak for themselves right now. They're in probably like detention camps somewhere. Yeah. So.
We all.
I'll edit that out. I'll edit all that out. Do you remember your thought or you lost it? Well, I was saying, like, I appreciate y'all using y'all time because it does take time, energy to come out here in this heat to even fight for something. So I really appreciate people doing that. Okay, I'm still down here at the No Kings protest, basically seeing how the people feel. A lot going on in the country. I have somebody here. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Emily and I'm from Auburn, Georgia.
Nice to meet you. What's your name? Where you from?
Ashley from Auburn, Georgia.
Okay, nice to meet you too. I see it's a lot going on. A lot of people are upset. What exactly brought you to this protest today?
I mean, we just like need to stand up, like specifically speaking for like the Hispanic community. A lot of us can't speak up just because we don't have like, oh, you want to hold it? Sorry.
Oh, no, you move my cord up.
Oh, okay. They're either like not legal here and things like that, so they're scared to come out, they're scared to get caught, especially the things we see in Los Angeles, all like the violence in it. So it's like people like us, like I was born here, so like I have like my citizenship and everything, and I just want to show my support and show like they're not alone, and I just want to see change. I don't want people to be scared to come out. Like there's people, like I know family members of mine have been scared to even go to the grocery store just because of all the ICE raids and stuff like that, and it's just such a sad thing to see, especially like they're coming here for a dream, for a better life, you know, they're escaping whatever they like had in their old country, coming here, and yeah, like that's it.
And what about you? What brings you down here to the protest?
I would say well said. Just mainly speaking for those who can't. We have a voice, we have our rights, we should exercise them. And I think that's the most patriotic thing, is exercising your rights. Obviously, some things aren't being like upheld. We need to follow the Constitution because we are the people. The Constitution is for us. And it shouldn't be falling under a president that, again, that he says he wants to get rid of all criminals, yet he is a criminal himself. So, you know, if we want things to be done, our voices need to be heard, and I'm just here to help support that.
Nice. Well, I appreciate it. And I know basically, like you said, the people that can't come out, you know what I'm saying? Y'all the face of those people, and I'm sure they'll see this and they appreciate it. So I want to ask, read your sign to them real quick. It says, "Do not mistreat or oppress a foreigner, for you were foreigners in Egypt." Wow, biblical. You took us to the Bible. So what's your sentiment behind this poster?
So I just wanted to show, like, the first thing I see a lot of like people, I mean, everyone want like, the Christian people, they're always saying like, oh, like the Bible says like no immigrant should be in here, when it clearly says like Jesus himself was an immigrant, you know. And originally I wanted to draw a picture of like an ICE officer taking away Jesus, but like I can't draw, so this was the second best thing to get my point across. Yeah, that would have been powerful. But basically, yeah, like we're all here, like no one, like this is no one's land, just like the Native Americans, they were here first, you know, like Christopher Columbus came over, he himself was an immigrant, like we're all immigrants, like this is no one's land except the Native Americans that came here first. Yeah. Exactly,
that's exactly right. And I love that you took it to the Bible, you feel me? I thought I read the whole Bible a couple times. I don't remember that scripture, but I'm glad I'm seeing it now. And you got one too. Let me read yours. It says, "The foreigner residing among you must be treated as the native born. Love them as yourself, for you were foreigners in Egypt." Oh, okay, but this one's in Leviticus. Okay, what was your feeling behind making this sign?
Yeah, so in the Bible, it states, even in Deuteronomy too as well, there's verses talking about immigrants and how Jesus was an immigrant himself. And again, the same argument, there's a lot of people that claim to be Christians but then spread hate to others. So you should love your neighbors and, you know, spread the word of God, you know, do everything with full intent in your heart.
Well, I actually run a Black Men for Kamala page, and I put on there that I really don't hate Trump, and then some people in the comments like, why don't you hate him? I was like, because I'm actually a real Christian. It's hard for me to hate anybody. It's a strong, massive dislike, but I can't. It's hard for me just to hate a person just based off my Christian values. You feel me? And that's what you just spoke about, the hypocrisy. You feel me? Claiming Christian values but still spreading hate. It's crazy. So what would you like to see in this country as a result of these protests? What would you like to see going forward?
I just want to see like everyone getting along. I just want to see like obviously everyone always says peace, but no, literally like peace. Like I just want to see everyone not be scared to come out, to like do just normal things. I want to see like just not any like no more like hypocrisy. Oh, I'm sorry, my flag fell. No more hypocrisy, no more violence, no more hatred. I feel like after the election, like racism became so prevalent in our society. Like I feel like I cannot go anywhere without there saying something like racial slurs throwing out left and right, like you see everywhere over social media, and it's just like end that. Like I thought we passed. I thought
we were too. Like when I started my page, it's been they got it deactivated 3 times so far, and I get racist slurs in my DM. I thought we've been past this. What are y'all doing? Like, and so what did you want to see? You know what I'm saying, going forward because of these protests? What would you want to see in America?
Yeah, for me, it's just more of not wanting to see history repeat itself. We have been through this in every single format possible, and it just keeps happening and just trying to get out of that cycle. Someone has to break that cycle, and we have the voices where there's at the protest, there's people from all groups, all ages, and yeah, everything, and we have the voices to be able to break that cycle, and that's just what I want to see, is us get out of it, you know?
Like I said, I appreciate y'all for using y'all time to come out here in this heat and make those signs and really like speak up for the people who can't talk for themselves. So thanks for the interview. That's it. Appreciate it.
Really wish. All the threading, so I didn't